Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get straight to the intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that I stay kicking. And I appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. So if you haven't watched part one in this episode, watch part one because part one was good. It's what leads up to part two, which is right now. And in this video, this Sureno from Norwalk is going to explain exactly what it was, how he got caught up and he went to his first level 4 yard, and how, oh, what a difference a yard makes, right? How it was much different from the time he had done before, and how he had to get straight to the program, raise his hand, and get with the business. So let's get into part two, man. This one's going to get good, and we'll react to it. Interview reactions. Let's go. How enemies become allies. Bang, bang.
One day, I've been out about 2 months. I'm already on the run at this point. I was supposed to turn
2 months. You're already on the run. Come on, bro. You're lacking. Usually it's 1 month.
myself in for that in-house case that I had. I ended up only getting a year, actually. I went to court and I was supposed to, the judge gave me 2 weeks to turn myself in. But, I was out there trying to live life, and honestly, I didn't care about anything at that point. I didn't care about nobody. I was a really selfish person back then. And
I think we all were when we're gangbanging or when you're in the mix, and those that are even active right now in the mix. You have to have some sort of selfishness, right? Where you don't care about the community, you don't care about anything around you, man, your family, anything. You might have love, a little bit of love for your family, but you're so selfish in what you're doing. You're taking advantage of everything around you, women, the gang, the group, like everybody's getting taken advantage of, because at the end of the day, man, it's all about you. And especially if you're on the run or you're facing time, it's like you're going all out. I noticed that when guys go on the run or they're facing a certain amount of time, they're going to do more and more crime. Those are the worst individuals to be around, people that are on the run, because they just don't give a fuck. They're on their O-dog shit. Young, brown, and just don't give a fuck.
even my family, I let them down many times on many occasions. And
me too.
So,
you could tell that affects him when you think about it. He's thinking about it like, damn, man, I let my family down. Anytime you're involved in any crime or any gangs or anything like that, best believe your family's let down, because that's not what anyone pictures for your kids. If you're a gang member right now, do you picture that for your kids? Look at your kids right now. Do you picture that? Do you want that for them? Well, then your family didn't want it for you. So yeah, it's a big letdown, but it's life.
I'm rolling with this girl. I'm doing these not home invasions, but we're doing these robberies, hitting these connects and stuff. And the money is good. I'm actually living pretty good out there at the time. I was able to help my family out a lot, repay them for everything that they had done for me, while I was in prison.
And see it in your mind, emotionally, and in your mind, you're thinking, man, if I just give them money, I take care of them this way, then I'm making up for what I'm doing, right? For going to jail, for not being there for them, for just be out here running amok and on one and being bad, right? But I guarantee most families, there's some that are greedy that are like, run that. We don't give a fuck what happens. Run it until you can't no more, and then we'll figure it out. But there are a lot of families, especially Jefita or someone close to you, that they're like, man, we don't care about the money and all that. I know it makes you feel good to pay bills and to give me something, but at the end of the day, we just want you to do well. If you're doing good, that's enough repayment for us. But see, we don't get that, man. We're just like, hey, look, I bought you a new car. What the fuck you mad about? That's just how it is.
Prison the first time, and they had helped me bail out, just everything in general, and it felt good to be able to, I used to like that feeling of, being able to provide for my family, like my family, that's everything to me.
It feels better when you work for it. Way better. Hey, anyone and everyone will tell you when you work for it, it feels so much better. It can't be taken away. You earn that. Like you got a lot, you'll be proud. I guarantee it.
That's my world right there. So, it just felt good to finally be able to provide for them and do things for them. And, in the meantime, I'm still, one thing though that I never did is I never brought the things that I did on the street, to my family. So, I try to keep that stuff away from them as much as possible. At this point though, I'm starting to.
Now, trip out what he said. He never brought the bullshit home, right? I said in my last video or a couple videos ago, you never shit in your own backyard. You never bring anyone to your fucking pad. These are things that you just know. It's 101. And you're in the game. You don't do that. You just don't bring bullshit to your pad. You want to know why? Because you know what's wrong. You know what you're doing is bad. Now, if you know what you're doing is bad, why do you keep fucking doing it?
Get deeper into the game, and now I'm plugged in a little bit. I'm still a kid though. I really don't know too much about anything really. But yeah, I was just really just making my money out there, and I was still, I was going to my barrio gangbanging, doing all that stuff too, and those are whole other stories. But it's about 2 months now that I've been out and I'm on the run now. I never turned myself in for this case. So, I'm rolling with this girl one day and we're coming out this motel early in the morning. And I just remember a cop passed right by us right when I was coming out the parking lot or the driveway of that motel.
No.
And I remember the way he looked at me that I knew he was going to pull me over. My girl is like, man, he's not tripping. Just go. I don't know.
I hate that shit, man. When you're driving and you hit eye contact with the cop, he's going one way, you're going the other. You just know. You're just like, and next thing you know, that motherfucker blurps you, right? You just know. Hey, you be with the chick and she'll be just doing her makeup, not even tripping. You're like, damn, man, we're about to get fucking pulled over right now. She's like, you're tripping. And then she starts, what do we do? What do we do, bitch? I'm going to jail. I don't know what you're going to do. You're probably going to go with that black dude next door, but I'm going to prison. You're going to go over there and be Patty Sanchez from Tic Tac. I'm going to go over there and be fucking, I don't know who I'm going to be. I got to figure it out.
So while I listened to this female, bro, I ended up pulling out. And sure enough, this fool, I didn't even see him no more. He had pulled out to one of the parking lots somewhere. And right when I passed by him, I knew he pulled right up behind me and threw the lights on me. As soon as he did that, I was like, man, it's all bad. Mind you, I have a bunch of dope in my car at the time. I'm riding dirties, I'm riding dirty. I'm always got a banger on me, so I'm not pulling over. Plus I'm on the run. So I told my girl, like, look, we gone. I'm out here I think we're in Buena Park. We're right there, right by a knock.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They're monitoring.
There's a lot of traffic right there, so it's kind of hard to get away from the police like that, And anyways, I end up hitting a couple cars, getting away a little bit, and I end up landing on right there off of like La Palma and Beach. There's a claim jumper and there's like there's a bunch of little shopping centers right there, right next to Knott's Berry Farm. And I remember telling my girl, like, look, I'm gonna jump out the car, and the cops more than likely they're gonna follow me. They're all gonna come after me. So you jump in the driver's seat and dip out, So I'm just trying not to get caught with all this shit I got in the car. So
he said, this is what we're gonna do, right? This is the plan. We're gonna pull up here, I'm gonna jump out and I'm gonna run. I'm gonna leave all the dope, the gun, and everything in the car, and you're gonna go that way. They're all gonna come after me, girl. Don't worry about it. You're good. It's all gonna work out. But what happens if they catch me with the stuff? I don't know. I'm gonna be running that way, right? So I'm not gonna know what happens because I'm gonna go that way. He's cold-blooded.
I pull up to this to the red light, and I just throw the car in park, hop out, and take off running. Well, when I took out running, my girl, she did exactly what I told her. And sure enough, all the police followed me. So it worked out perfect. The only thing that was fucked up is I didn't know that one of those cops had a K9 unit in there. So honestly, if I would have, I ran across the street into that claim jumper parking lot, and I remember it was a dirt field. You jump down over a wall, and there's like a dirt field that leads into the residential area. And I knew some people that had lived over there in that area. So that's what I was trying to make it to.
He was trying to get somewhere, man, with that dog's on him. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, unless you've ever been chased by a canine, you're not getting away. You are not getting away. They're too fast, and they're trained to bite the shit out of you. They go for your balls. I'm just saying right now. If you're a female, tuck your shit. Put your things inside because they're going. Anything that protrudes, they're biting.
But I remember the cop pulled up right next to me, dude, and I guess he got stuck. Like he couldn't take his gun out of his holster. So what he did is he got his K9 and threw him out the window. I didn't even know. I already had jumped the wall, and I'm gone. I'm running. Next thing you know, all I hear is I look behind me and there's this fucking K9 dude just coming up on me quick, dude. And yeah, all I remember is this fool locking onto my leg, and it was just bad from there, dude. Fucking. Yeah. I ended up getting while the dog was biting me and shit, the cops ended up running up on me, and they got their strap on my face. You know what I mean? Well,
when they caught my brother up, he ended up catching his 20-some years, right? They sent the K9 on him, and he was tearing his motherfucking foot up, just biting him. And my brother, I guess he was trying to beat on the dog, and I don't know exactly what happened, right? But they ended up charging him with assault on a police officer for that.
Dog, they're not even trying to call the dog off me. I got bit up probably like 40 times, chewed my legs up, bro, fucking ripping chunks of meat out, all that shit. Mm-hmm. So it ended kind of messed up, but at the same time, my girl was able to get away with all the shit, so it all kind of worked out. Well, they ended up taking me to.
It worked out. See the mentality? She was able to get away with all the dope, the strap, everything. That worked out. Yeah, I don't got legs anymore. The dog ate my legs, but as long as I still got the dope, I'm good.
Orange County Jail. So I pull up, I get to Orange County Jail, and I ended up bumping into a few people that knew me from my first term, when I was in CRC. So it was cool, I landed on a cool tier, At this point, like, I still haven't really got deep into politics yet or nothing like that, but people know who I am, I always carried myself in I conducted myself, in a good manner, like the homies that did, take me under the wing, they taught me right, they taught me how to.
So he knew how to do time, which is a good thing. If you're going to go to prison, that's a number one thing, is know how to do time. Don't go in there with the mentality you're going to control some shit, or go in there with your tweaker ass ways thinking that you're going to get by, because that shit don't work. You got to know how to do time, and knowing how to do time is carry yourself, be ready to rock at all times, and carry yourself with respect others and demand your respect. You do that, man, you'll be good. Stay out the way. Don't get involved yourself in the politics, the drugs, the bullshit. Just do your time, man. That's the only way to do it. And people respect you for knowing, not just doing your time, but knowing how to do your time, because there's ways to conduct yourself in there.
Carry myself well. So I guess one of the dudes, I remember that had the module at the time, he took a liking to me. And I remember when he took off, he left the module to me. So, this is my first time, having some kind of power. And, it felt good, dude left me the module. And I just remember a lot of cats right there, they're all out there, everyone's from Orange County. So, I know they're kind of hating because, I'm out here, I'm from LA. I'm not even from around this area, and kind of bothered a couple people that,
That happens in the county jails. There's going to be, if you're in, say, Orange County, Merced County, Fresno County, whatever, the majority of the people there are from certain barrios there. And when someone's from outside, like LA or San Jose or whatever, and comes in and they just take over, or they're being given power, right, control, Other dudes be dirty macking, hating, politicking on him. Like, man, why is this fucking Walter telling us what to do? He ain't from our fucking area, you know?
I was in play right there. So, yeah, they would try to do things to smug me up right there. You know what I'm saying? Try to drag my name through the mud, whatnot. But, you know, it's nothing they could really say about me, you know, period, you know? So, yeah, I was there for a little while. I ended up picking up that case for what was it, felony evading from the cops or running from the police in the car. They gave me on 32 months for that. And then plus I had that in-house case from my prior prison term, the one I had bailed out on. So altogether, they ended up giving me another 4 years. And well, actually, I didn't get that extra year yet. I actually picked up this time for that case, and I went upstate again. So I go through reception center, whatnot, and then now my points now though have boosted up, you know. So
yeah, your points will go up because there's a lot of case factors there. Now he's a second termer. You know, all the different crimes elevate your points. So, and depending upon what points you left with, those points carry, you know what I mean? So you can not be in prison for 10 years and then points, you still got them.
Now I'm going to my first level 4 yard, and I remember my first level 4 yard I had got to was they sent me to Calipat, and I landed right there on B yard. So I get to B yard, you know, it's my first level 4 yard. I really don't even know how to cell live yet, you know, because I was doing my time in dorms, you know, prior to that. So all this was kind of new to me, you know. Now I was like, okay, this is prison, you know, because, you know, the lower levels, it does.
Now it's a whole different look, right? Now it's like, this is what prison is. The cells, the 180 level 4 yards or 270 designs, whichever, you know, what you see on the movies, not dorms where you're just running around, interacting with people, having a good time. It's like Disneyland, right? Now you're in what in your mind you believe prison is. It's a whole different ball game, especially on a level 4, man. They are not playing. Dudes it's different mentality, different world.
Doesn't really even feel like you're in prison. I mean, besides just having your freedom taken from you, you know, it's nothing like being you know, stuck in a cell like, you know, how I am right now. But yeah, I ended up getting there, and I landed in the block where the Llavero's at on the yard, you know, and I'll never forget that fool, you know. The homie, I used to look up to this dude, you know. And as soon as I get there, I remember, you know, as soon as I get there, the homies come through, check your paperwork, whatnot, give you all the whole rundown, and then right away, that was a homie from BA's right there, and I had told him, you know, when I first got there, you know, if anything pops up, let me know. I got you guys, you know, like my hand, you know what I'm saying, my shit's up always, you know.
So he's basically letting him know when he says my shit is up, my hand's raised. Anything that needs to crack off, I'm willing to sacrifice. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes do that, especially youngsters, because not only do they want to gain a reputation, they want to let everyone know, like, hey, I'm down, homie. You know what I mean? I'm part of this.
So they instantly took advantage of that. I remember I had only been there maybe like a week or so, and yeah, right there the police right there, they used to pop us out, and they would let us, you know, if somebody was messing up, they would let us do our little check. Y'all guys in the shower, and B-section shower is kind of big, so
so they had it going on. The cops were like, hey, you guys just do your thing. As long as we don't see it, you don't kill them, and we don't have to do a write-up, only.
They would lock us in the shower, and the only thing is they would want to watch it, though, but they would let us, you know, do this without getting a write-up. So in my head, I was like, cool, I'm putting in work, and at the same time, I don't got to worry about getting written up. So, yeah, I was there about a week, and I remember I did my first little mission right there. I mean, it wasn't no mission. We didn't stab nobody or nothing, but, you know, we beat this dude up in the shower. And after that,
see, I like this dude right here, man, because at least he's honest. He's not trying to, oh, we fucking booked the shit out of him. We did this, we did that. No, he's just honest. Like, look, bro, we just beat him up, man. We just did our thing. You know, hey, honesty will get you far in life. You know, just when people are telling these prison war stories and all that, you notice a lot of the prison content creators never lose. They never lose. They're the most craziest motherfucker on the yard, but they're on the internet talking, right? Look, I'm never proclaimed to be the craziest motherfucker on the yard. I'm far from that, right? I was just trying to do my time and kick it with the homies and be somebody. And I quickly realized over doing time, man, that it didn't matter. Anyways, that's just my personal experience. I'm not saying it's going to be like that for you, nor am I encouraging you or discouraging you from doing what you do. I'm not poisonous, right? Do your thing. But I could appreciate someone keeping it real. And that's just what's up.
Um, I don't, I don't know, for whatever reason, really, they're not supposed to ask. If you have a date, they're not supposed to ask you, you know what I'm saying, to stab anybody. And man, I just used to trip out how my whole tier I used to be in South 201, and I remember from 201 all the way down to the whole section right there. You know what I'm saying? You got all these dudes that are lifers, and they ain't done shit in fucking years, been there for hella long, ain't been to the hole, ain't done nothing. And something had came up with some dude from my area, and he needed to get stabbed, So yeah, they had asked, I guess, a bunch of homies. They went down.
You hear that shit though? Listen to that. Like normal, like nothing. Prison desensitizes you. Yeah, some shit came up, and he needed to be stabbed, eh? You know what I mean? Not like, hey, he needed to be talked to, or he needed a hug, or you know what I'm saying? We needed to fucking do something, go take something from. No, he needed to be stabbed. Just plain and simple. It's level 4 mentality.
On the tier, and everyone was refusing to do it. And I remember the homie had came to my door real frustrated, and he's like, man, Laudable, like, I really don't even want to ask you, you know what I'm saying? I know you have a date. He's like, but this dude got to go, fucking, I guess he had some bad paperwork, you know what I'm saying? He had a R on his jacket for something, from a long time ago. And, yeah, they wanted us to get this dude right there in the shower. And, I just remember, like, man, I was like, fuck, dude, if you can't find no one else to do it, don't trip. I got you, And I'm actually about to get a visit this day. It was a trip, bro. I'm literally waiting for my visit. I remember my sister was coming with her man, and they were coming to see me that day. And, here I am right here. I'm getting ready for a visit, and now I gotta go act like I'm taking a shower so I could hit homeboy and shit. And
crazy.
I was upset because of all the people that were there and had been there, and they hadn't even done nothing. But I was so worried, I was so not worried about, but that the llavero that was there at the time, like I said, I used to look up to this dude, like he had the yard, he had phones and shit. He you know what I'm saying? He was the plug, he was doing his thing, making money. Like, I wanted to be that way, I wanted to be that man, and, I didn't want to let him down by telling him, no, I got this visit. So I ended up rolling with it, dude. We end up, he ends up getting us popped out for a shower. And, yeah, homeboys in the shower, they're, right there, like, when they run.
That's crazy. Hey, family. See, that's the thing. Oh, I love my family. I never put my family in danger. I never do my family dirty. Family's coming to visit. It's like, hey, I got to do what I got to do. Right. Because he wants to be the man.
Showers, you could double up, like the police will let you go, and there'll be like 4 people in a 2-man shower, And I remember I rode with one of the homies from Cantananas, and when homeboy's already in the shower, we went in there, we started, getting undressed, acting like we were going to jump in the shower with him. And I remember dude was already drying off to come out, and I'm supposed to hit dude and walk away, So yeah, that's exactly what happened. Basically, while homeboy was drying off, we step in, and I remember homeboy had turned around to step out the shower, and they didn't want us to do nothing like they weren't trying to kill him or nothing like that, they just wanted him off the yard. So I remember I hit dude.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
We got 60 seconds.
Like 2-3 good times, and just walked away, handed off the piece to the homie. And I literally made it all the way back to my cell before the alarm went off. And I remember when the alarm went off, it was messed up because the homie had nothing to do with it. They ended up snatching up old boy, and, he ended up going to the hole for, you know what I'm saying, basically something that I did, And it was just crazy, man. The shit that we doing here, you know, and at the same time, here I am, like 10 minutes later, I go in my cell, I'm washing off and, you know, getting ready for this visit. Then the alarm went off, they took dude, and they had locked everything down. But since my sister was already inside of visitation, they ended up still calling me. And I remember they came and got me. I thought they were coming to get me to go to the hole, but they were actually coming to escort me to.
They were escorting them to visit, and that's where it ends, right? Crazy, huh? Doing a pegada 10 minutes before visiting. That's some different type of shit right there. That's only on level 4. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the part 2, man. This guy got some crazy interviews, man. Like I said, I like the way he keeps it real. Respect, you know, who conducted this interview. You know, like I said, I'm just reacting to these interviews and tripping out with you guys and giving you guys my perspective. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. Take what you can out of this. Listen to the stories, man. Apply it if you're in that lifestyle or you're going to prison, because this is some real shit. This is how it really is. Your family, your mother, everyone could be in visiting hall waiting for you. You already pulled up and you're in the shower stabbing someone. Nuts, right? That's just real. Hey, if you guys like these, hit a 1 and I'll continue them. This video is sponsored by Barrio Liquors in Turlock, California. If you're in the Turlock area, pull up to the Barrio and go get you something cold to drink. Also by Sticks and Stones Yard Service in Tucson, Arizona. If you're in the Tucson area and you need a cool, smooth estimate, a low estimate on some yard work, make sure that you hit up Sticks and Stones. I appreciate everybody. Let's get it. Make sure you guys go to the Collective Clips. I'm dropping a super over there today. Bang, bang.